Alrighty, everybody. We Mitch Plum and Chris Kennedy here with you, and we are gonna be talking about Microsoft's 50th anniversary and talking everything about the company's history of 50 years of creativity and technology. And I gotta shut my phone up. But anyway, guys, we'll see you in about 30 seconds and in the beginning of the 50th anniversary BPT Super Stream. That starts right after this.
Indeed. Woo! Great to be here, yes.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the special stream here on YouTube. And if you guys enjoyed the Microsoft Office 35th anniversary that we did this month, well, wait till you see what's going to be for tonight, as this is the second of the three streams revolving Microsoft. This one is the 50th anniversary BPT special. I'm Remus Plum, and thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. And joining me for this stream tonight, like he was in the first stream with Microsoft Office, is the founder of Retro Media Vision and has a YouTube channel called Coffee with Chris. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kennedy.
Thank you, Remix. How you doing? Yes. Good to be on your show again. I'm excited about it as always. Yes.
And I also forgot to mention too, you can listen to his album on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Chris Kennedy plays his hits, so you can check it out. And if you're kind enough and generous, you can actually just buy the album and just say,
nice.
Screw it. I'll rather just buy it on iTunes.
That would be beautiful.
So you can do that as well, or you can listen to it and on Apple Music, Spotify, and all that good stuff.
Yes, and the album is heard as on my Coffee with Chris Kennedy show and Chris Aerobics. Don't forget, I also do, folks. So, and I also do a few others like Case of the Feel Goods on there. I have at least 3 or 4 different streams on coming to Apple TV soon, along with YouTube. So.
And so there you go on that. And
yes.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hear Chris Kennedy's album, you can do so. And you can also listen to my song, because I haven't done any new music since then. But I have a song for you all that's available on SoundCloud.
Yes.
And like I said, this is a song that I created in Mixcraft, so don't worry. It's not no copyright or anything like that.
Yeah.
But this is the song that I created last year. And again, this was on Mixcraft 10.5. And if you want to listen to it, it's called Remix's Conscience. And it sounds like this.
Yes.
And so there you go on that. Yep. So I created it in Mixcraft, and it's on SoundCloud if you want to give a listen to it.
Hey, Remix, teach me how to use Mixcraft one day. That would be good.
Yeah, I would probably do that.
Yeah, because I know I use Logic Pro sometimes.
Well, which is a good thing to use, especially on iPad and Mac and all that. For Logic Pro.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Let me do this here if I can find it. Let me. Okay. You know, folks, I gotta find the comment. There we go. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Like I said, before we begin the stream tonight, I just want to let you guys know that this show is dedicated in the memory of our dear friend Luke Jeffers. His stepdad has recently passed away this month, and we know that it's very hard for him, you know, losing somebody and everything. And for him being in one of my videos on YouTube, it was a real honor and real dedication. And it's sad that he has passed away. So tonight's stream, we pay dedication to Luke's stepdad, and so that way, you know, we can do it for you. And I know that Luke probably won't be watching tonight because he'll. Well, like I said, we'll have Luke Jeffers on in a future stream, but not tonight's stream and the other stream that we got planned for November. But all I can say is that yeah, this is going to be a dedication stream to Luke Jeffers' stepdad, who again passed away this month. And again, it's really sad, and all we can do here on BPT is pay tribute and dedicate this stream for tonight in honor of the stepdad of Mr. Jeffers. So there you go on that, and you'll be dearly missed. And it's a real nice and it's a nice honor to speak to somebody who's very kind and you know, being part of the huge family, if you will. And so this is for you for tonight, and there it is on the thing, and so there you go in the chat room.
Yes,
Yes, chat room's open for tonight, and there you
to Luke.
yeah. So there you see on the bottom
Luke. Sorry,
is a dedication.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gone. I'm thinking about my loss, so I'm with you, Luke.
Yeah. So anyway, this is for a dedication for him for tonight. So there you go on that. So, but now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, well, we're here to talk about the 50th anniversary of Microsoft. Microsoft has been around in this since 1975. And they are really known in the technology universe that gave us a lot of things over these 50 years. You know, some good, some bad, and the good, bad, and the ugly, if you will. But everything else, well, it centers around how Microsoft is for today, and how I use its products to really help shape everything that I've done over the years. Using the technology, the software, and also you know, getting into the whole gaming thing in 2001, going against the two tech giants. So yeah, so Microsoft has given us a lot of things over the years, some good, some bad, and obviously what's going on recently with the whole Xbox bonanza going on.
Yeah.
And this is that stream for tonight because, like I said, the first stream that we did was everything Microsoft Office 35th anniversary, and I know that it's not getting a lot of views, but I can tell you it was the most fun stream I've ever had. It was fun and creative, and getting a chance to share my stories with you all on this whole Microsoft Office thing. So I do appreciate it, and I thank you for that. Because you know, because this is how we tell stories, I guess. You know, in terms of the whole thing. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am on my iPad, so hopefully you guys can hear me clearly and everything. Hopefully, I'm not talking too
Yeah.
loud and for you guys on headphones. So,
Gotcha.
because because I'm on the iPad and I'm sure Chris is on the iPad too. So
I'm
we'll
actually on
both.
a laptop. I must be frank with you. I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
I just want to
I
be
know
frank with you. That's all.
I know the first one you were on the iPad, and now tonight the laptop.
Yeah, yeah, because I have the microphone hooked up, I
Right.
guess. Yeah.
Well, hopefully the microphone comes in
Yeah,
clear on the
exactly.
iPad
I feel
because
that give me a second. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, I can
yeah,
hear
I can.
myself. That's good. Yeah. I think it should. Yeah, because I have it on the
Yeah,
correct
I can hear
settings.
you.
So that's good. Yeah, yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
All right. So,
Yes.
and like I said, folks, we're doing things differently tonight because I am doing all the stream on the iPad, and when I do a screen sharing, I am gonna do it on my PC, my business PC. I have everything muted so that way there'll be no echoing and have that feedback because I can't stand the feedback. It gets really loud and I'm gonna end up being responsible for everybody's making their ears bleed and high pitched noise and everything.
Yes.
Excuse me. So I'm not gonna be doing that because y'all been super kind
Yeah.
and so I gotta make sure that we that I don't bust your eardrums out. So
Gotcha.
that would not be good.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah.
All right. So let me do this here. So again, I have the mic muted on my Windows thing, so hopefully you guys don't hear any crackling or any
Yeah.
loud echo because I have
Gotcha.
everything muted and everything because I came prepared for tonight because again I don't want to have echo going on because I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Um, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna not share the audio. Okay, so there it is. All right, so let me
Okay,
know
cool.
if okay, so you're not hearing any echoing on
Yeah.
this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh.
Okay, so
No
no no
echoes from me. No echoes from me. No. No.
okay, so well I just want to make
Clear as
sure
a buzzer.
because I am screen sharing this
Sorry about that,
on
sir.
the PC and I'm doing everything else on the iPad.
Yes. Yes.
And speaking of which, folks, I will be getting another iPad and I will be doing a unboxing video of it coming your way. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes.
And yeah, and the reason I'm speaking of iPad because there's some stuff you can do on an iPad,
Yeah.
that Microsoft has. So we'll get to that in a few moments.
Yeah.
Now, unlike the Office stream, this is not going to be a very long stream. So we're gonna get down to it, and then
Wow.
Chris will have the stuff that he wants to go over and share with us, some of the things of Microsoft and all the wonderful things and not so wonderful things of the whole thing, and my side of the story too. Now, whatever we don't mention on tonight will be mentioned on the November stream, and it's
Cool.
going to be the third of the last Microsoft live streams. And again, Luke won't be joining us for that because he uses Apple and not Microsoft. So, but I know that Luke will share his thoughts once we do something with him that's not gonna get any controversial and everything. So there you go on that. So I think it's fair enough for
Yes.
me and Chris to do the stream tonight. And like I said, this is a dedication to Luke's stepdad, and we're gonna
Yes.
pay tribute and we're gonna dedicate him for tonight's stream. So there you go on that. So you ready to begin talking about Microsoft?
We are. Yep.
Okay.
Indeed. Yes.
All right. So anyway, So let me know if you guys can see this, as I can see this on here and everything.
Yes.
Microsoft Corporation, it's a technology headquartered in Redmond, Washington, founded in 1975, and it became the influencer in the rise of personal computers and software like Windows, and it has expanded to internet services, cloud computing, video gaming, and other fields. It is the largest software maker, one of the most valuable public companies, and one of the most valuable brands globally. Excuse me. Microsoft is
Yeah.
considered to be part of the Big Tech group, along with Nvidia, Apple, Alphabet, Amazon, and Meta. So let's see, not Meta. Sorry about that. I screwed that up. Microsoft was founded by Bill Gates and Paul Allen to market basic inputers for the Alto 8800. It was to dominate the personal computer and computer operating system market with MS-DOS in the 1980s. Boy, who could remember MS-DOS? I certainly do.
Yes. It's awesome.
I mean, because, MS-DOS is what made us play those old school MS-DOS games back in the 80s and
Yes.
90s. A lot of memories of that.
Like the Oregon Trail, like you were talking about before the show. Yeah.
Yeah, the Oregon Trail, yeah,
Love that game. My goodness.
which came out, I think, in like 1990 by Mech, and it was on
It was wonderful.
the Apple II.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was one of those games by Mech.
Yes.
So followed by Windows. That's how we got it today. During the 41 years from 1980 to 2021, Microsoft released 9 versions of MS-DOS with the median frequency of 2 years and 13 versions of Windows with a frequency of 3 years. The company's 1986 initial public offering and subscription. Boy, I can't even pronounce that. I do apologize, guys, because I haven't been drinking much. Yeah.
Me too.
But
I'm
yeah.
with you. I'm
So
with you. Yeah.
of the whole thing.
Yeah.
An estimated 12,000 millionaires among Microsoft employees. Since the 1990s, it has increased, diversified from the operating system market. Steve Ballmer replaced Bill Gates as CEO in 2000. He oversaw the largest of Microsoft corporate you know, uh, of owning companies such as Skype, which is now completely
Yes.
dead, in favor of Microsoft Teams. An increased focus on the hardware that led to the first in-house PC line, the Surface, in 2012, and its formation of Microsoft Mobile through Nokia, and now our current CEO, who took over the CEO of Microsoft in 2014,
Oh yes.
Nadella. The company changed focus towards cloud computing as well as LinkedIn for $26.2 billion. In 2016, under his leadership and direction, the company has expanded its video game business to support the Xbox brand,
Right.
establishing the Microsoft Gaming division in 2022, and buying out Activision Blizzard for $68 billion. So, taking Activision, which was founded by 4 former Atari employees who got fed up on not getting the lack of the game of getting the lack of credit for making those games for Atari. One of them is David Crane, that you may remember from the Pitfall game on the
Yes, David Crane.
2600.
Yeah, I remember him.
And what made
Yeah.
Activation the first ever third party. And I want to say this was like late 70s and into the 80s when they left, because they were so fed up with not getting their names on the games and being credited for making those legendary titles, and they were getting extremely fed up. and I mean fed up with this whole thing. And that's what happened, unfortunately. And now Microsoft owns Activision, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So Microsoft has been dominant in the IBM PC compatible operating system market, and what we talked about on the first Microsoft stream that we did, that me and Chris did, is Office software suite since the 1990s. It's best known for products such as Windows operating system, Microsoft Office, which I talked about on the first stream. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And like I said, there'll be a replay version of this later on, just like I did with the first one. And I had to. And by the way, if you guys are wondering what I did at the end, because I was doing the outro thing, I worked in a little magic with DaVinci, and then and you know, because Chris had to step out, and then I put in the text that says, and now the bonus segment, and then completely edit that because I did that.
Yeah.
So I probably won't do that again tonight, but like I said, there'll be a replay version of this using the same software, DaVinci Resolve. Save it as a move file, and then you guys are going to get a replay version in case if you guys missed it. So there you go on that. So yeah, so Microsoft Office, Microsoft 365, suite of productivity applications, which most notably include Word, Microsoft Word, a word processor, Excel for spreadsheets, and the one that I use the most, and it's very helpful for the business, and that is PowerPoint,
Yep.
which is a presentation program, which I use a lot because PowerPoint has really changed the way that we do business, and hopefully for everybody else too.
Yeah.
Its flagship hardware products are the Surface lineup of personal computers, which I never had, but I have used one, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And let's see, the Xbox video game consoles, which I owned. I had the OG Xbox in 2001, the 360 much later, and now the Series S and X.
Yes.
I have both the S and the X model. And yes, I do have an Xbox controller. It's awesome. I love it. That's all I need to say about that. The Xbox Network, aka Xbox Live. The company also provides a range of consumer internet services such as Bing, MSN Web Portal, Outlook.com, which used to be known as Hotmail back in the day, and the Microsoft Store, where you can buy games and buy apps and all the other stuff. Excuse me. And the enterprise and development fields, they most notably provide Azure Cloud Computing Platform, Microsoft SQL Server Database, and Visual Studio. In 2019, Microsoft became the third public U.S. company to be valued at over $1 billion, and it's been criticized for its monopolistic practices, and the company's software received criticism for problems with ease of use, robustness, and security. So you see, Microsoft had its ups and downs in all the 50 years. But let's face it. Microsoft. I mean, they do learn from their mistakes, hopefully, and sometimes they don't learn their mistakes, like what's going on with Xbox and all that stuff. Which, if you haven't seen my audio stream that I did last week, where I was talking about the Xbox having a big problem, you should definitely give it a listen. And making statements of what I had to say about that. I know that's something that many people ain't gonna enjoy, but I had to get it out of my chest.
Yes.
Because Xbox does have a lot of problems.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Especially with
Especially
Xbox Series
today.
S being not S, but X being
X, yeah.
$649,
That's
and then
insane.
Game Pass Ultimate being $29.99 a month, which
Yeah.
is highway robbery, and because Microsoft's being greedy. But who knows? I mean, yeah, that's why I did that stream. So if you haven't checked out that stream, uh, go check it out, because like I said, I did it with Audio Hijack, and and I had to throw my 2 cents in, if you will, on the whole thing. But that's just me.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So anyway,
Yes.
so we probably won't go way too much into the whole Microsoft thing, because this is going to be rather boring,
Yeah.
and we want to like get into the core, if you will. So we're not going to go over as much of the whole Microsoft thing, and that way
Yeah.
we make people yawning and tired and all that stuff. I mean, I could do that, but I know I don't want to do that, because that's not what I want to do. But yeah, so founded in 1972. Wait, no, 1975. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah, so Bill Gates and Paul Allen sought to make business using their skills in computer programming. They founded Trafo Data, which sold rudimentary computer to track, analyze automobile traffic data. Gates enrolled at the Harvard University, while Allen pursued a degree in computer science at Washington State University, although he dropped out. Uh, to work at Honeywell. So he worked for Honeywell. January 1975 issue of Popular Electronics featured instrumentation and telemetry systems. The Altair 8800 microcomputer, which inspired Allen to suggest they could program a basic input to the device. Gates called Mitch and claimed he had a working, and Mitch requested a demonstration. Allen worked on a simulator for the Alto while Gates developed the whole thing, and it worked flawlessly when they demonstrated the Mitch in 1975 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, March 1975. They agreed to distribute it, marketing it as the Alto Basic. Gates and Allen established Microsoft on April 4th, 1975, with Gates as the CEO, and Allen suggested the name Microsoft, short for microcomputer software, and that's how
Right.
we got the name Microsoft. Um, so there you go on that. August 1977, the company formed an agreement with the ASCII magazine in Japan, resulting its first international office of ASCII Microsoft. They moved their headquarters to Bellevue, Washington in 1979. Microsoft entered into the operating system business in 1980 with its own version of Unix called Zenith or Zenith or whatever. But it was MS DOS that solidified the company's dominance. So like I said, MS DOS is where everything began from 1980, and that's how we first used computers back in the day, which was MS DOS. You give it a prompt, you tell it what to do,
Yes.
and it was something that I couldn't understand, because I don't even understand how you even you have to be a true expert
Yeah.
of the whole MS DOS thing. Figuring out what you have to do to give it commands. Because like I said, it wasn't no graphical interface like we have today. So you had to tell it what you wanted it to do. Just like your Commodore 64. Giving it instructions on what you have to do to make the thing run. So
Yeah.
yeah, Commodore 64. But anyway, IBM. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. IBM awarded a contract to Microsoft in November 1980 to provide a version of the CP/M OS and to be used on the IBM PC. Microsoft purchased a CP/M clone called 86DOS from Seattle. Uh, Computer products, which is branded as MS-DOS. IBM rebranded it to IBM PC-DOS. Microsoft retained the ownership of MS-DOS following the release of the IBM PC in 1981.
Yeah.
They had copyrighted the IBM PC BIOS, so other companies had to reverse engineer it for non-IBM hardware to run as IBM PC compatible, but no such restrictions applied to the operating systems. Microsoft eventually became the leading PC operating system vendor. They expanded to new markets with the release of the Microsoft Mouse, which
Yes.
we all know from 1983,
Yeah.
as well as publishing division named Microsoft Press. Paul Allen resigned from Microsoft in 1983, developing Hodgkin's disease, lymphoma. So that's the reason why he left Microsoft because he had Hodgkin's,
Yeah.
and that was 1983. That was really devastating. That Gates wanted to dilute his share in the company when he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease. He did not think he was working hard enough. Allen later invested in low-tech sectors, sports teams, commercial real estate, private space flight, and a heck of a lot more. So that was from 1972 to 1985. Now we're going to get
Yeah.
something good here, and that is from 1985 to 1994
Awesome.
is Windows and Office, and I love both of
Yes,
those
definitely.
things together because
Me too.
again, it's like peanut butter and chocolate.
Peanut butter and chocolate. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my favorite combination. So, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they work together.
I
Or
love it.
PB and J, which is a second. Either way, it's good.
I get.
And
Yeah, that's
we
good. Yeah, yeah, it's good.
and we are going to talk about this on the November stream, which me and Chris are going to be doing. This is going to be the one of the three of the Microsoft streams for when we do a Windows 40th anniversary. That's going to take place in November, which is going to be on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So I will have to let Will One know that I'm probably going to be busy doing this stream. Hopefully they understand. I'm the CEO, so
Yes.
hopefully they will understand because I think that this is very important. To really do the whole 40th anniversary of Windows. Because I certainly want to do it, and I know Chris would want to do it too, and I know you guys would want to see it too on
Yeah, we
BPT.
do all kinds of videos. Yeah.
So that
I'm
would be
excited
something.
about it. I really am, especially with the DOS and the
Yeah,
Windows.
I mean MS
What do you call it?
DOS.
Windows 98 would be nice.
Uh
If once maybe we can work on that together one of these days with my new computer. But I
huh.
get it.
So let's see. Microsoft released Windows 1.0 on November 20th,
Yeah.
1995, and that's probably when the stream is going to take place. I
Yes.
believe that's on a Thursday. Yeah.
When? April 20th, you said?
No,
I'm
November
sorry,
20th.
November 20th. My mistake. I'm sorry, November. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Microsoft
Less
was
than a month
April of
away. Right.
'85, and Windows was November,
Oh, wonderful.
and
Wonderful.
Office was October.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Anyway, Windows 1.0 on November 20th, 1985, as a graphical extension for MS-DOS. Despite having begun jointly developing OS2 with IBM that August, excuse me, Microsoft moved its headquarters from Bellevue to Redmond, Washington, still to this day. Excuse me, in Redmond, Washington. On February 26, 1986, they went public with IPO at the
Yeah.
NASDAQ on March 13th, which, with the resultant rise of stock market, an estimated 4 billionaires and 12,000 millionaires from Microsoft employees. So they released OS2, an original equipment manufacturers, or OEM, like your HP, your Dell, and even the ones I have in my room, the B-Link and GMK Tech. Those are all OEMs. So there you go on that. So that's on April 2nd, 1987. In 1990, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, examined Microsoft for possible collusion due to the partnership with IBM, marking the beginning of more than a decade of legal clashes with the government. Yeah, it's been nothing but headaches over the years. I know. Meanwhile, the company was at work of Windows NT, which was heavily based on the copy of OS2 code, and that was shipped in July 21st, 1993.
Yeah.
With the new kernel and the 32-bit Win32 application program interface, or API, making it easy to port from 16-bit MS-DOS based Windows to the whole shebang. Microsoft informed IBM of Windows NT, and the OS2 partnership deteriorated. So yeah, it wasn't good between the two. So let's see. In 1990, Microsoft introduced Microsoft Office Suite, which we talked about on the stream that we did, the 35th anniversary stream. Excuse me, that we talked about.
Yes.
Which bundled separate applications such as Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. On May 22nd, Microsoft launched Windows 3.0, featuring streamlined user interface, graphics, and improved protected mode capability for the Intel 386 processor. Both Office and Windows became dominant in the respective areas. Well, you darn tootin' right, because
Yes,
if it wasn't for Office, many people would have not used PCs, and we would not be as productive as I am today. So yeah, you're darn tootin', because like I said, Office is something that we need for Windows, because it's an essential part of our everyday lives for productivity,
Absolutely.
for business use, powerful, productivity. I mean, you can't do it anywhere else. I mean, come on. I mean, there you go on that. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. Anyway, July 27, 1994, the Department of Justice Antitrust Division fired a competitive and patent statement that said beginning in 1988 and continuing until July 15, 1994. Microsoft induced many OEMs to execute anti-competitive per processor licenses. Under a per processor license, OEM pay Microsoft a royalty for each computer it sells containing a particular microprocessor, whether the OEM sells the computer with Microsoft or a non-Microsoft operating system. And in fact, the royalty payment to Microsoft when Microsoft product is being used to act as a penalty or tax on an OEM's use of competing PC operating system. Since 1988, Microsoft's use of per processor license has increased. So that's the whole thing. So Windows and Office. So again, it's like peanut butter and chocolate.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yes.
Basically on that. So now we go from 1995 to 2007.
Yep.
For Waiting to the Web, Windows 95, Windows XP, and Xbox. Following Bill Gates' internal Internet tidal wave menu on May 26, 1995, Microsoft began redefining its offerings and expand its product line in the computer network and the World Wide Web. The few exceptions like Netscape. So yes, I remember Netscape. I
Yeah.
used Netscape a lot, and then I switched because my mother did not know that you could use different web browser, even though we had dial-up, and I didn't want to use Netscape, so that's why I switched. But I digress.
Yes.
um, anyway, so yeah, we all heard of Netscape. I certainly have heard of Netscape. With Netscape Navigator, Communicator. So yeah, I remember that. Microsoft was the only major and established company that acted fast enough to be part of the World Wide Web. Other companies like Bolin, WordPerfect, Novell, IBM, and Lotus began much slower to adapt the new situation would give Microsoft market dominance. The company released Windows 95 on August 24th, 1995, and yeah, happy 30th to Windows 95. You know, the revolution, if you will. You know, the whole start menu, the Start Me Up song by the Rolling Stones, which you can listen to on Apple Music,
Yes.
which I really do like. I do like that song. Um, Featuring preemptive multitasking, completely new user interface with a start button, 32-bit compatibility similar to MT. It provided the Win32 API. Windows 95 came bundled with MSN. It was intended to be a competitor to services such as CompuServe and AOL. I had AOL. Oh boy. Rest in peace to AOL dial-up. We won't be hearing that clunky modem noise anymore.
Yes.
But anyway, I know you remember that back in the day when you were dialing up and you hear that
Love
modem
that.
sound,
Oh my god, that
and it
was
would
wonderful.
terrify the heck out of you. Like, oh my
I'm sure
god!
no, I don't know, but I
I'm
kind
like,
of liked
Jesus
it. I
Christ!
guess I liked it. I'm unsure.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
You know, and we'd be like, "Oh Jesus Christ! What's that noise coming from?" It's like, "Am I getting abducted here or what? What's going
Yeah,
on?"
yeah, without qualification. Yes.
I feel like abduction is going on. Like, oh God, I don't know, but yeah, those blips
Yeah.
and bleeps when you hear it on a 56K modem and you hear that diode pad. What terrifies me the most is you'd be like, "Doot, doot, 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 doot," you know, and oh boy,
Yes.
it just gives me terrifying nightmares just thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway,
Yeah.
um, where was I? Oh yeah, the web browser Internet Explorer was not bundled with the retail release of Windows 95. It was later instead to be included in Microsoft Plus. Microsoft
Yeah.
Plus for Windows 95 gave us a lot of things, including the two apps that were very important to the whole thing. One is Internet Explorer, which completely killed Netscape. And number two is a pinball game that was on Windows. And I know you guys are probably wondering, what is that pinball game? Well, it's a game that was on Microsoft Plus, and then it was later released on Windows ME and Windows XP. And it's
Yeah.
called Space Cadet 3D Pinball.
Yep.
I remember that
Oh
game quite
yeah.
well, too.
Yes,
So anyway,
indeed.
backed by a high-profile marketing campaign, and what the New York Times called the splashiest, most frenzied, most expensive introduction of a computer product in the industry. Windows 95 quickly became a success, branching out into new markets in 1996. Microsoft and General Electric NBC created a 24/7 cable news channel as MSNBC. Now, from what I've heard, they're going to not do MSNBC. They're probably going to replace it with something else.
Yeah.
So for 29 years, because that's when MSNBC was created. So for 29 years, they're gonna rename it to something else.
Yes.
So I don't really know. Windows 95, yep, became a success. Microsoft created Windows CE, a new OS designed for devices with low memory and other constraints. Well, yeah, I remember Windows CE. Such as a PDA. Remember PDAs back in the day? I certainly do.
Yes, I do. Indeed,
They were
indeed.
flooded with PDAs, and now we don't talk about it anymore because it's all tablets now and
Yep.
phones.
Yeah.
Now this is when things really get heated and whatnot for the company.
Oh, yes.
In October 1997, the Justice Department filed a motion in the FDC, the Federal District Court, stating that Microsoft violated a agreement signed in 1994 and asked the court to stop bundling Internet Explorer with Windows. So, yeah, when Windows 98 came out, yeah, Microsoft was in a lot of trouble because they were really monopolizing and getting in
Yeah.
heck of a lot of trouble, and it's been going on ever since. And yeah, the 90s was a good year for Microsoft, but at the same time, it was like a depression thing that has ever happened, which kind of sucks if you were the giant company like Microsoft.
Oh, yes.
That kind of stinks. Anyway, now we get into the new year of the 2000s. So we went from 1990s to now in the 2000s generation because I remember 2000 like I know because I was 11 when 2000 came. There was a lot of things happened in 2000. I think I lived in the village and whatnot. And in 2000, I went to school, listened to dirty music for the first time, which I will regret that I shouldn't be doing that, and I do regret it still to this day. Though I blame somebody, which I won't mention in the stream, so we're gonna keep that anonymous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess. Yeah.
back
Sure, sure,
to the
sure.
good
Yeah.
stuff here. Excuse me. On
Yeah,
January
yeah.
13th, 2000, Bill Gates handed over the CEO position to Steve Ballmer, an old college friend of Gates and employee of the company since 1980, while creating a new position for himself as chief software architect. Various companies, including Microsoft, formed the Trusted Computer Platform Alliance in October 1999, among other things, increase security and protect intellectual property through identifying changes in hardware and software. Critics decried the alliance as a way to enforce and discriminate restrictions on how consumers use software and how computers behave in the form of digital rights management or DRM. For example, the scenario where a computer is not only secured by its owner but secured against its owner as well. On April 3rd, 2000,
Yes.
judgment was handed down in the case of the United States versus Microsoft Corp, calling the company an abusive monopoly. Microsoft later settled with the U.S. Department of Justice in 2004. So now we get into the fun side of things, and I know that you're going to be very interested about this, and that is everything that
Yes.
happened in the year 2001.
Yes, yes, yes. That'd be
So
awesome.
here we go
Yes.
with that. On October 25th, 2001, Microsoft released Windows XP,
Yep.
unifying the mainstream and NT lines of OS under the NT codebase. So who doesn't remember Windows XP? I was an XP kid, and I do miss XP. I miss everything about it, from Windows Movie Maker, having the ability to do ending credits. That was unheard of. And having the awesome media player, Windows Media Player 9, with that awesome skin. I mean, yeah, Windows XP has a lot of memories for all of us, me included, Chris, and Luke Jeffers, pretty
Yes.
much everybody who has used Windows XP. That they love the operating system and they loved that bliss wallpaper, which I love Bliss. Bliss is a really nice wallpaper. And there's another wallpaper that not a lot of people well, a lot of people have overshadowed favor of Bliss, and that is the Wed Moon, or the Wed Dust, if you will. And I certainly remember that, the Wed Moon. I thought that was pretty cool. The Wed Moon Dust, that was pretty cool in XP. I thought the Autumn one was beautiful. I thought it was really nice. But yeah, I mean, Bliss was the most popular, and it was on every Windows XP, for the home, for the office, for the business, for schools, and you would see Bliss on every computer back then. It was just nuts. And I know
Yeah.
you remember Bliss too.
Yes.
It was a nice wallpaper.
I
I do
believe
miss it.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Windows XP, it was awesome. Um, and when we do this Windows stream on November, I know that you and I are going to have a lot to talk about on Windows XP, because Windows XP has a lot of stuff for me, in terms of how I use PCs today. Because there's a lot of things that we did in XP, and that I love. And,
Absolutely. Yep.
and it was really awesome, because I wanted to
Yeah.
get rid of Windows ME so much, as I
Yeah.
hated that operating system. And I'm glad they don't talk about it on Wikipedia, because Windows ME is just it's just garbage, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will have to talk about that on the 40th anniversary. So, but
Yeah.
that's just how it is, I guess. Excuse me. So, anyway, the company released Xbox later that year, entering the video game console market dominated by Sony and Nintendo. March 2004, the European Union brought antitrust legal action against the company, citing it abused its dominance with Windows OS, in a judgment of 497 million euros, I think, or pounds. I think it's euros, which equals $613 million, and requiring Microsoft to produce versions of Windows XP without Windows Media Player. Well, what kind of crap is that?
Yeah. I know.
In November 2005, company's second video game console, the Xbox 360, was released. There were two versions: a basic version for $299 and a deluxe version for $399. And yeah, who could remember the Red Ring of Death? Anybody? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
because yeah,
Definitely.
that
Oh, you better
happened
believe it.
when
Yeah.
Xbox first came out in 2005, and I'm glad I waited, because I did not want to buy a console that gave me a Red Ring of Death, because I would have been so angry if it given me the
Yeah.
three flashing red lights. I'll be madder than a I don't know, a devil or something.
Yes.
It's like your
Definitely.
Bob Watch. You just want to beat the devil out of it.
I know. Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they go on that. Increasingly present in the hardware business following uh, Microsoft 2006 release the Zune series of digital media players, successor of its previous software platform, Portable Media Center. These expanded on previous hardware commitments from Microsoft, following its original Microsoft mouse in 1983. As of 2007, the company sold the best-selling wired keyboard, the natural ergonomic keyboard 4000, the IntelliMouse, and a desktop webcam known as LiveCam. That year, the company also launched the Surface digital table, later renamed the Pixel Sense. So you see a lot of things that has happened,
Yeah.
between then.
I know.
Between 1995 to 2007. That was a lot, I tell you. Anyway, 2007 to 2011. Azure, Windows Vista, Windows 7, and Microsoft stores. Released in January 2007, the next version of Windows, which is called Vista, focused on features. Um, uh, features. Let's see. Security and redesign user interface, and my iPad is getting really red because I'm charging it. Uh, and redesign user interface dubbed Aero. Microsoft Office 2007 released at the same time. Featured a ribbon user interface, which was significantly departure from its predecessors.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you, I did not care for Office 2007. I just, because like I mentioned in the 35th anniversary stream, that I did not care for 2007. I don't know. I just didn't really care for it.
Exactly.
I was disappointed, and I was also disappointed with Windows Vista. I did like Vista for what it was, but it was. At least it didn't crash all the time, but I did have a lot of issues with it, and it kind of scratched my head. Like, what the heck is that, Microsoft?
Indeed.
Why are you giving me this garbage? I don't know.
Yeah.
The European imposed another fine of 899 million euros, or $1.4 billion, for Microsoft's lack of compliance with the March 2004 judgment. On February 27, 2008, saying the company charged rivals unreasonable prices for key information about workgroup and back office servers. Stated that it was in compliance. These fines are about the past issues that have been resolved. And after saw the creation of multi-core unit at Microsoft following the steps of server companies such as Sun and IBM. Gates retired from his role as chief software architect on June 27, 2008, a decision announced in June of 2006. While we retaining other positions related to the company, in addition to being an advisor for the company on key projects, the Azure Services Platform, the entry to the cloud computing market for Windows, launched on October 27, 2008. And on February 12, 2009, Microsoft announced its intent to open a chain of Microsoft branded retail stores. I apologize about that. And on October 27, 2009, the first retail Microsoft store opened in Scottsdale, Arizona, the same day that Windows 7 was released to the public. And I had Windows 7. It was better than Vista.
Yes.
And yeah, Windows 7 has a lot of firsts for me too, like having Microsoft Office 2010, Home and Student, using Magic for the first time to create music. It was a lot of good memories. And using PowerPoint on Windows 7, that was really cool.
Yeah.
So as the smartphone industry boomed in the late 2000s, Microsoft has struggled to keep up with its rivals and providing a modern smartphone operating system. Uh, falling behind Apple and Google, Android in the United States. So, yeah, they on that. And as a result, Microsoft revamped its agent flagship mobile operating system, the Windows Mobile, and replacing it with the new Windows Phone OS. And I have used Windows Phone. It was pretty neat. The one that we had, the Nokia, had a really nice FM radio. So you could listen to FM radio.
Yes.
It was a nice phone. But like I said, it wasn't all that well because Apple kind of kept buck with the iPhone. And I'm going to get me an iPhone too. So there you go on that.
Yes.
That was released in October that year. Used a new user interface design language codenamed Metro, which used simple shapes, typography, and iconography, whatever. Utilizing the concept of minimalism, Microsoft implemented a new strategy for the software industry. Excuse me, providing a constant user experience across all smartphones using the Windows Phone OS. It launched in alliance with Nokia in 2011, and then Microsoft worked closely with the company that co-developed the Windows Phone. The main partners were longtime Windows Mobile OEM, HTC. Microsoft, a founding member of Open Network Foundation, stated on March 23rd, 2011. Fellow founders with Google, HPE Networking, Yahoo, Verizon Communications, and other companies, blah, blah, blah. And so they go on that. Excuse me. So now 2011 to 2014, Windows 8, 8.1, Xbox One, Outlook.com, and Surface. So this is where things really get interesting for Microsoft. And we are at an hour into the stream.
Yes.
Thank you guys, and hope you guys are enjoying the stream.
Indeed, yeah.
I hope I'm not boring you guys to death over this.
No.
But anyway, following the release of Windows Phone, Microsoft undertook a gradual rebranding of its product range throughout 2011 and 2012, with the corporation logos, product services, and websites adopting the principles and concepts of the Metro design language. Microsoft unveiled Windows 8, an operating system designed to power both personal computers and tablet computers. Yeah, Windows 8 was kind of confusion. I didn't care for Windows 8, although they fixed it in 8.1. But yeah, Windows 8 was something else. I remember using Windows 8. It was okay. I mean, the whole tablet thing was nice. But why would you want to add tablet-like features on a desktop? Because if you're going to buy a desktop PC, you really don't want the tablet interface taking up the whole thing. You just want to get into that classic desktop that you all knew and loved. And that's when Microsoft really did things wrong, especially getting rid of that Windows icon on the taskbar. And there was no start menu and everything like it was on 7. Yeah, a lot of people were kind of ticked off about it. Yeah, I mean, I remember Windows 8. It was okay. It was just confusion as heck. I know you probably remember Windows 8, and I probably were. I don't know. It was a distasteful, if you will.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you feel about Windows 8 as much as you would with Windows 7.
I like 7 better. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't hear you first time. Yeah, 7 is much better.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing about I have no idea because I liked Microsoft Game Room.
Yeah.
Arcade, but that should have been Windows 7 also, if you know what I mean.
In Taipei in June 2011, a developer preview was released on September 13th, which was replaced by a consumer preview on February 29, 2012, a leap year, and released to the public in May. Surface was unveiled on June 18th, becoming the first computer in the company's history to have its hardware made by Microsoft. So Microsoft gave us Surface, the first ever hardware that they created. Because I tell you, Microsoft knows how to make good hardware, especially like the Xbox controllers and everything. They do an excellent job in terms of it, and they don't mess around. They really don't.
Yeah. I guess.
On June 25th, Microsoft paid $1.2 billion to buy the social network Yammer.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yes.
On July 31st, it launched Outlook.com webmail service to compete with Gmail. And in 2012, September 4th, Microsoft released Windows Server 2012. In July of 2012, Microsoft sold its 50% stake in MSNBC, which had won as a joint venture with NBC since 1996. In October 2012, Microsoft announced to launch a news operation, part of a new look of MSN with Windows 8 later in the month. On October 26th, Microsoft launched Windows 8 and the Microsoft Surface. Windows Phone 8 was launched to cope with the potential for an increase in demand for products and services. They opened up a holiday stores across the U.S. to increase the number of bricks and mortar stores that opened in 2012. And on March 29, 2013, they launched a patent tracker.
Oh, yes.
And in 2012, in August, the New York State announced a partnership with the Domain Awareness System, so for police surveillance in New York City. And now, when things went wrong and went downhill afterwards, this is pretty much the downfall, if you will, and whatnot. The Kinect, a motion sense, and by the way, I remember this too back in the day when PlayStation just kicked its butt against Xbox.
Yes.
It was brutal.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember watching the E3 press conference on PlayStation being aggressive, and it worked for them in the end with the PS4. But there you go. So Microsoft Kinect, made by Microsoft as a video game controller, first introduced in 2010, and then was upgraded in the 2013 release of the Xbox One game console. The capabilities were reviewed in May 2013. An ultra-wide 1080p camera, functioning in the dark due to infrared sensor, higher-end processing power, and new software. The ability to distinguish between fine movements, such as a thumb movement, and determine a user's heart rate by looking at their face. So they filed a patent for that in 2011. On July 19, 2013, their stocks suffered one of the biggest one among investors on the poll showings of both Windows 8 and the Surface tablet. Microsoft suffered a loss of more than $32 billion. That hurt.
Yeah.
And Xbox One, it kind of hurt them too, especially
Yeah, sure.
the controversies and everything, from the Kinect to the always online kind of crap, and not be able to own used games. That was a problem for them, and I remember that.
Exactly.
And that was really going to hurt Microsoft as a gaming company. And then they reversed the decision, and it still wasn't really enough for it. But everybody bought the system because they loved Xbox, and that's the only Xbox that I never owned, was the Xbox One. But like I said, I own the OG Xbox, the 360, and the Series S and X. I never owned the Xbox One, or the white one, or the black one. So there you go on that. So, in line with maturing PC business, in July 2013, Microsoft announced it would reorganize the business into 4 new business divisions, namely operating systems, apps, cloud, and devices. All previous divisions will be dissolved into new divisions without any workforce cuts. Microsoft has agreed to buy Nokia for $7 billion. So they go on that. So yeah, 2013, 2011 to 2014. It wasn't all that well for Microsoft. Although I will say Office 2013 was pretty nice. I kind of liked it. I never owned it, but I liked it. I liked the 2013. It was really nice. It had a nice interface. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Alright, so Anyway, Steve Ballmer, on February 4th, 2014, Steve Ballmer stepped down as CEO of Microsoft and succeeded by Satya Nadella, who
Yes.
previously led Microsoft's Cloud and Enterprise division. On the same day, John W. Thompson took over the role of chairman in place of Bill Gates, who continued to participate as a technology advisor, became the second chairman in Microsoft's history. Microsoft acquired Nokia devices and services for $7.2 billion and was renamed Microsoft Mobile.
Yeah.
On September 15, 2014, Microsoft acquired the video game development company Mojang, who you may remember as the company behind the mega popular hit game Minecraft, for $2.5 billion. So there you go on that. Windows on January 21st,
Yes.
Microsoft announced the release of its first interactive whiteboard named Surface Hub. On July 29, 2015, Windows 10 was released, along with its server sibling, Windows Server 2016, released in September 2016. And so there you go on that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and now Windows 10 is no longer being supported as of October 14th, which was your birthday.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that was nuts. I will say it was bullshit. That was nonsense. Sorry I said that word.
Yeah, I know.
Why must they select my? I'm telling you, why
Well,
must they select my birthday of all
I'll let
days?
it slide.
And I shake my head about that. It's
I'll
one
let it
thing I
slide.
don't like.
Anyway,
Good for
Microsoft
you.
announced
That's
the
cool.
merger with
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah.
PC and Xbox divisions, with Phil Spencer announcing that Universal Windows Platform, or UWP, be the fortress of Microsoft's gaming in the future.
Yes.
They showcased Intune for Education at the BET 2017 Education Technology Conference.
Right.
Excuse me. They laid off 1,850 workers and restructuring charge of $950 million. Ouch. January 2018, Microsoft patched Windows 10 for CPU problems related to Intel's Meltdown security breach, which is a bit no-no. They released PowerShell Core 6.0 for macOS and Linux operating systems. They seized notification support for Windows phones. So yeah, so basically, Windows Phone died.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Windows
Right.
10s in March 2018 to change it to a mode for the Windows operating system
Yeah.
rather than a separate and unique operating system. The company also established guidelines that censor users. Yeah, yeah, I knew that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. Yeah.
we would not go for that
I
because
hope
that's one
not.
thing that really gets me under my skin. But we
Me
won't talk
too.
about
I'm with
that.
you. I'm with you. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm with you. Yes, definitely.
Windows Fire Manager under the MIT license celebrate the program's 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Alright. Microsoft discontinued Stripe Classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we come to the 2020 to today, basically.
Yeah.
Microsoft announced it was acquiring Affirm Networks for about 1.35 billion due to COVID-19 pandemic. They closed all its retail stores indefinitely due to health concerns. Um, on July 22nd, 2020, Microsoft announced plans to close Mixer, which was a direct competitor to Twitch, planning to move existing partners to Facebook Gaming. On July 31st, it was reported Microsoft was in talks to acquire TikTok. after the Trump administration ordered ByteDance to divest ownership of the application to the U.S. So they go on that on the whole TikTok thing. Now this is really awesome. On August 5th, 2020. Oh, not awesome. Okay, well, okay. Actually, I'm wrong about that. Not awesome. On August 5th, 2020, Microsoft stopped its xCloud game streaming test for iOS devices, which is something I'm kind of upset about because of Apple and everything. The future of xCloud on iOS remains unclear and potentially out of Microsoft's hands. Apple has imposed a strict limit on remote desktop clients, which means applications are only allowed to connect the user-owned device or gaming console owned by the user. So, if you want to do Xbox Game Cloud stuff on an Apple device, well, you have to use Safari or Microsoft Edge, because they apparently don't allow it on the App Store, and they need to allow it on the App Store because Apple has done something really awesome this year. And yeah, so it really upsets me that we can't play Xbox games on our iPads. Like, we can't play Forza Horizon 5 on an iPad. But the only way you can do it is via remote play, so at least that works. Anyway. On September 21st, Microsoft announced its intent to acquire video game companies ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Bethesda, for about $7.5 billion. Of course, they own id Software, who is known for Doom and Wolfenstein and all the other games. So, yeah, Microsoft owns them, unfortunately. So, anyway, the deal was $8.1 billion. Has exclusive license to use OpenAI's GPT, which I don't care about AI stuff, and I really am not going to talk about it because I don't give a crap about AI. November 10th, 2020, Microsoft. Now, this is a big thing because this is going to go on 5 years since this game console has been released, and I own both of them, actually, and the PS5.
Yes.
But anyway, on November 10th, 2020, Microsoft released the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X, which I have both. I have the S and I have the X. S is for the digital, which I don't recommend anymore because $30, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, Series X, if you can somehow afford the darn thing for $649, has a disc drive where you can buy physical copies, like I do. So yeah, so this is going to be coming on 5 years of both Xbox Series X and S. And I love the Xbox Series X. I think it's awesome. But $650, no. If you want to be a nice cheapskate, you can probably go to eBay and try to get it and not have to pay ridiculous amounts of money because of the tariffs and all that crap.
Yeah, I know.
So there you go on that. So on June 24th, 2021, Microsoft announced Windows 11, which I'm using right now. I'm using Windows 11.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
The announcement came with confusion after Microsoft announced Windows 10 would be the last version of the operating system, which wasn't. Jerry should have been fired for that because it's not the operating system. And it was released to the general public on October 5th, 2021. So in 2021, we have Windows 11. And I have Windows 11. I have 2 of them. Since Windows 10 is out of support now.
Yep.
So on January 18th, they acquired Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. They're best known for producing franchises such as Warcraft, Diablo, Call of Duty, StarCraft, Candy Crush Saga, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, love Spyro, Tony Hawk, love Tony Hawk skateboarding, Guitar Hero, and Overwatch. Activision and Microsoft released statements saying to benefit the business and the metaverse. So Microsoft's acquisition of video game studios in an attempt to compete against meta platforms. Blah blah blah. The Disney of the metaverse. They named Phil Spencer head of Xbox brand since 2014. And the CEO of Activision, Bobby Kotick, he left the company because he was so angry at Microsoft, really angry, and a lot of people don't like Bobby Kotick because of his aggressiveness and really taking things down for Activision. So that's why he left. I mean, I feel bad, but I mean, why would you do that? Why would you want to cripple Activision formed by 4 former dudes at Atari, and you're gonna ruin a company like that? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's all of this too. Yeah. So obviously Microsoft closed Skype.
Yes.
And so now, if you want to use a video chat, so on February 28, 2025, it announced that Skype would be shutting down on May 5th. The streamline its focus on Microsoft Teams, and there'll be no job cuts due to the shutdown. So no more Skype.
Yeah.
Oh, I think my headphones all run out of juice. On April 4th, 2025, it celebrated its 50th anniversary.
Yes.
On July 2nd, they announced to cut nearly 4% of its workforce, around 9,000 jobs, to control cost and AI infrastructure and all that crap. And there you go on that. So,
yeah.
That, my friends, is basically everything there is about Microsoft and its 50th anniversary. Again, from its ups and downs. Again, we have all used their technology in a way that we know that a lot of people have really known about over the years, and why we still use them today. So they go on that. Awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream for tonight. I'm certainly enjoying this. And like I said, this is not going to be a long stream, so they go on that. And like I said, Microsoft had its ups and downs over the years, especially with what's going on in 2025, with the whole Xbox thing, having a huge problem. $649 for the console, which is outrageous. $29.99 a month for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is outrageous. And that's why a lot of gamers are canceling their subscriptions because they can't afford it. I mean, this is the society that we're in right now, and gaming's pretty much in a heck of a lot of trouble now. Because you got tariffs going on, and you got a lot of stuff that's going on, and
insane.
Yeah, increased cost of subscriptions, and it's insane. Probably going to get worse from there. And this is not how Microsoft should celebrate its 50th anniversary. Because we should celebrate it in a way that we want to enjoy Microsoft, over the past 50 years, like, using Windows or using Microsoft Office or using Xbox or anything like that. We want to really use everything that they have done over the past 50 years, making great stuff, like, having Windows XP, like I talked about, Microsoft Office, and why I still use PowerPoint still to this day, to get job done and get work done. I mean, all that is on Microsoft's software, and I'm paying like $99 a year just to use 365, and I know you'd be getting it too to one PowerPoint on an iPad and all that, and and this is how far we come, over
Yeah.
past 50 years. And like I said, the good, bad, and the ugly, and that's what I mentioned during the start of the show. And I don't know what's going to happen to the company's history for the future, but
Yeah.
hopefully that it would be a great one rather than being so depressed and everything.
Yeah.
That this things are not looking good for the company. Especially the whole Xbox being in trouble and everything, and they're going to be making another new hardware, as I understand. Hopefully, they're going to make a new Xbox controller that's going to have some improvements and whatnot. And there's a lot to be learned here about the whole 50th anniversary. Because, like I said, it all started by two guys wanting to have personal computers in our homes, and they certainly did. And
Yes.
you got to applaud them for that. You got to thank them for giving us this revolutionary of a product that we can use every day in our homes, and we can do our word processing with Microsoft Word. Doing all your important spreadsheets. Number munching on Excel, and basically creating a graphics presentation like Microsoft's PowerPoint. And PowerPoint is
Yeah.
something that I use all the time,
Yes,
and
indeed.
it's number one for me in terms of the whole graphical presentation software, because
Hmm.
there is no other software out there that will let you have all these amazing features
Yes.
and being able to do everything, be creative, be really smart about yourself, and most importantly, be productive, at work, because being productive is always something that everybody needs to, and not, hide behind playing a game of solitaire at work and then end up getting
Hmm.
fired because they were opening, playing solitaire and then end up you know, getting in trouble where you shouldn't be playing a game. You should be productive instead of playing a card game of solitaire. And it's like, oh well, I'm gonna play solitaire, and hopefully they don't catch me. It's like
Yeah,
the
I
catch
always do
kind of game,
that.
and whatnot.
I know.
So,
I
but
know.
they go on that.
But yeah, yeah.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. So, I think that's pretty much everything I can say about the whole Microsoft 50th anniversary. Other than that, we are going to have our third and final Microsoft stream that me and Chris are going to be doing in November,
I
and that
can't.
is the Windows 40th anniversary, where we're going to talk a lot of stuff about Windows in general. It's going to be Windows focused, and we're going to talk about what the version of Windows we got introduced in, some of the
Exactly.
software that we remember using growing up, because I have a lot, and what it's like to still use Windows today. So that's
Yes.
going to be all coming your way on the Windows 40th anniversary live stream special. That is going to take place on November the 20th, which is on a Thursday, and that's when Windows will celebrate its 40th anniversary of the legendary, iconic operating system that we all know and love, and why we still use them today. So there you go on that. So.
Yes, indeed.
So anyway, that's the whole retrospective, if you will, the 50th anniversary,
Yeah.
and I can say is, what do we think for the future ahead of Microsoft? I have no idea. So only time will tell on that whole thing. So we will have to wait and see on that.
Yes.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it here for tonight's stream for Microsoft's 50th anniversary. And I hope you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed it. And hopefully I didn't bore you guys to death.
Gotcha.
So, like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy what you see, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell icon whenever I go live like this. And you can, I'm all over social media, so it's too many to count in this stream.
Yeah.
But I'm on X, I'm on Blue Sky, Threads. You can find me on blog sites. I'm on Site123. Excuse me, which is remixplum.site123.me, remixplum.tumblr.com, and all that good stuff. And you can check me out there as well, and all that good stuff. And again, guys, you can listen to my song here called Remixes Nonsense, which
Yes.
if you haven't heard of the song, you should, because it's a song that I enjoyed creating and everything. I know that it probably would have been a lot better, but I enjoyed it for what it was. And what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing this here on the whole iPad thing, because I'm doing this on an
Yeah.
iPad.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way that I can fade. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, so if you guys like I said, so if you want to listen to my new song called Remixes Content, it's on SoundCloud, and you can enjoy that as well. And that's on my SoundCloud page if you want to give it a listen. Here it is for you all one more time of Remixes Content.
Yes, indeed.
And then I'll promote Christianity Plays His Hits.
Thank you. Yes, and
So
feel free to play
here
a
is
song if
a
you want.
brief of Remixes Content.
Yes.
And so again, if you want to hear the entire song, it's on SoundCloud. You can give it a listen to. Again, it's called Remixes Content, and I probably will make a new song maybe
Yes.
when I can, because I'm definitely gonna have to follow that up to this song and see what I can do about that for the time being. So there you go on that. And also, folks, give a listen to Christianity Plays His Hits album on Spotify,
Thank you.
Apple Music,
Yes.
and Amazon Music. And if you want to buy the album on iTunes instead of listening to it on Apple Music, you can do that as well. And
I think it's $10 for it.
yeah, it's $9.99.
$9.99, $10.
Uh,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and it helps out a bit. And you can buy
It
it.
would help me out a lot because I want to tell everybody, Remix, if I might, that when they pay for the album, they're helping me build better shows.
Yeah. So you can listen to music like Walkman Beat or The Kaga, or pretty much any other song that you want to listen to. Again, it's on streaming services once again.
I'll let them know one last thing. When you
Buy the album on iTunes.
and if you want to use my songs for whatever projects you want from my album, just let me know and we'll work out a negotiation deal.
Exactly. So there you go.
I know Remix uses my songs for his projects, so that's good.
Yeah. And so there you go on that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it here for tonight. And this has been a fun stream for tonight. And I'm going to be very excited for the 40th anniversary of Windows. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to be talking about everything Windows and a lot more. So, again, hit that notification bell so that way whenever that stream goes live, so you don't miss it. And then you can enjoy the two of us go over and share our memories of Windows and
Exactly.
everything in between. So that way you guys don't miss it. So, because we don't
Yeah.
want you guys to miss it, because it'd
I'm
be
looking
really
forward.
sad.
Yeah, I'm personally looking forward to when we talk about the Windows 98 games like Return of Arcade. When we
Yeah.
used to play pole position and Pac-Man and that stuff. The Galaga.
And whatever we didn't talk about on the 50th anniversary, well, it's just this, my friends. Microsoft made a lot of software.
Yeah.
During the 80s and 90s. The whole Microsoft Home thing in the 90s, where they made a lot of tons and tons of software. Like Microsoft. Like a bunch of games, a bunch of educational software that we didn't do a deep dive in, but we will in some way, in shape or form, because there's a whole lot of Microsoft software, and that's a whole lot to cover on this 50th anniversary. So that's why we're gonna end it for you all right here. But we probably could go over on the whole Microsoft software thing, but that'll probably be in a different stream
Exactly.
for a different time, because we just
I
wanted to
understand.
do the whole 50th anniversary of the company, because again, there's
Yeah.
a crap ton of software that Microsoft has made over the 80s and 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
It's just a buttload of new of software that
My
that they've done,
goodness. Yeah. I
especially the whole
also.
education stuff, the gaming stuff. Like Return of Arcade and Microsoft Arcade,
Yeah.
and the Entertainment Pack, the Best of Entertainment Pack. There was
I
a
also loved Ski
of
Free.
software.
Yeah, I loved Ski Free and Midtown Madness and Dr. Blackjack.
And yes, even Microsoft has even made not one but three software titles featuring Bonnie the dinosaur.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah,
Smokey.
and they're all Microsoft products.
Yeah.
So there you go on that. So we will probably get into that as well. So there you go on that. So anyway, I want to thank Chris Kennedy for coming in tonight and helping out with the
Thank you
50th anniversary stream.
for having me. Yes.
Is there any final words you want to say before we close tonight?
All I want to tell you is get ready for more exciting stuff from us in one way or another. One way or the other. You'll see more good stuff from us.
Okay. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a wrap up for tonight.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
And this has been a lot of fun. And I love doing streams like this
Me
because it
too.
gets my mind off of things when I don't
Yeah, me too.
know about anything, and just enjoy what I do and all that good stuff. So happy that I could be doing this for you all tonight, and all the
Yeah.
good glory here on BPT. And again, there'll be a replay version of this available, so stay tuned for that and all that good stuff. So that's going to do it for tonight. So for Chris Kennedy and everybody here tonight, I am Remix Plum saying have a great Sunday night.
Indeed. Thank you.
And stay warm during the temperatures and whatnot, because it's going to be chilly wherever you live.
Again, geez.
And stay warm, stay frosty, all that good stuff.
I'm getting the October
And
yuckies
because we
myself.
want you here for the 40th anniversary of Windows, that'll be coming your way on November the 20th. So again, hit that notification bell so you don't miss the stream, because it's going to be a fun stream talking about Windows and everything of Windows and everything. So have a great night, guys, and we'll see you next time in the stream. And thank you, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. And so yeah, and so there you go on that whole situation. And we gotta give it that Gilligan's Island treatment. So get ready, my friends, for this awesome song
Yeah.
that we're gonna be
Yes,
hitting it
yes.
right here. So there you go. So for Chris Kennedy, this is Remix Plum saying have a great night and thank you for tuning in as my iPad goes tumbling down and all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, we'll see you next time for another great stream here on BPT. Have a great night, everybody, and talk to you again in the next stream. Bye, my friends.
You got it. Yes, see ya. Thank you.